In the early days of particle physics, as scientists made particle accelerators of sufficient energy, new subatomic particles were discovered. Some of these particles exist for a very short time and then decays to other light mass particles. This is because of their mass. By energy conservation, we know that the massive the particle is, the more easily it can decay into lighter mass particles. But some such particles were discovered which, despite being massive, were able to exist for a long time in comparison to other particles. Means their decay process was quite slow. Due to this strange property of these particles, it was named strangeness, and these particles were called strange particles. The reason for strange particles to exist for so long is the decay of these particles can only happen through weak interaction, not through strong interaction. And because of weak interaction, their decay slows down. This property of strangeness is found in all hadron particles. The strangeness of any hadron particle can be found out from Gell-Mann-Nishijma formula, where Q is the electric charge, I3 is the third component of isospin, B is the baryon number, and S is the strangeness. In the lecture so far, we have discussed all three charges, third component of isospin, and baryon number. So with the help of these three, strangeness can be found for any particle. First, let's rearrange this relation and equalize to strangeness. Talking of proton, proton is a positively charged baryon particle and its third component of isospin is half. When calculating strangeness for proton from Gell-Mann-Nishijma formula, it comes to 0. Means proton is a non-strange particle. Neutron is a neutral baryon particle having third component of isospin minus half. The neutron is also a non-strange particle. Talking about K plus meson, K plus is a positively charged meson particle, so its baryon number is 0 and I3 has plus half. This is a strange particle having strangeness plus 1. Similarly, omega minus is a negatively charged baryon particle has I3 is 0. Its strangeness is minus 3. In this way, strangeness of any hadron particle can be calculated. Here, the strangeness of all hadron particles are listed. You can note it. Strangeness follows the algebraic addition rule and they are denoted by capital S. Do not confuse strangeness with the notation of spin. In particle physics, small s notation is for spin while capital S is used for strangeness. All lepton particles are non-strange particles, means for them strangeness is 0. The decay of pion into cation, electron and electron neutrino. In this reaction, cation is a strange particle having strangeness plus 1 while the remaining 3 particles are non-strange. That means this reaction does not conserve strangeness. The two protons is decaying to cation and sigma. Proton is a non-strange particle while cation and sigma are the strange particles. Therefore, strangeness is conserved in this nuclear reaction. For hadron particles, another quantum number is defined which is called hypercharge. The hypercharge is the sum of the baryon number and the strangeness of a particle. In another way, it is defined as the hypercharge of the members of any multiplet group is twice the average charge of the members. Like pion triplet multiplet has 3 pions, pi plus, pi minus and pi 0. The twice of their average charge is 0. That means the hypercharge of all 3 pions is 0. Similarly, the twice of the average charge of both nucleons is 1. That means the hypercharge of proton and neutron will be 1. The hypercharge can also be calculated from Gell-Mann-Nishijma formula. As we said, the sum of baryon number and the strangeness is called hypercharge. So rearranging this relation, the hypercharge of any particle is twice the difference between the particle's electric charge and the third component of isospin. With this formula, calculating hypercharge for neutron and proton, it comes to 1. Like the isospin and strangeness, hypercharge is also an approximate conservation law, which follows the algebraic addition rule. The hypercharges of all multiplet groups are listed, which you can note. Pion and proton are decaying in cation and lambda particle. In this reaction, Pion and lambda has hypercharge 0 while proton and kaon have hypercharge 1. Therefore, in this reaction, hypercharge is conserved. Delta particle is decaying in pion and neutron. Delta and neutron has hypercharge 1 while the pion's hypercharge is 0. So, in this reaction, hypercharge is conserved.